Hey everyone. So today we have here a few controllers, two Xbox ones and two PS4. And this is an older model and this is a newer one. And basically all of them have drift. So I wanted to make this video just to test, because I read a lot that this WD-40, this contact cleaner, when controllers have drift and you spray it in, it helps the drift and even fix it. So I'm not really sure if it will help, because usually sometimes I'm using IPA, so basically it's the same. Basically it's as well done for contact cleaning, but this really says that it helps a lot, so I'm not sure. So I have a few controllers that all of them have drift, some more heavier, some more weaker, but we can check them, disassemble them, spray it with the WD-40 contact cleaner, and then we can see if it will help anything at all. So I will do some testing for each controller. Each one says here what is the issue. This is left drift, up down moves slowly. So this is one, and this is left drift. So all of them have some kind of drift. So we will test it now. Firstly, in the computer and see how it looks like. We will afterwards clean it, and then we will test it again if everything is anything improved or not really. I heard as well that there is another product very similar to this WD-40. I don't recall now the name, but I will put it here, the name in the subtitles or something. And I think the other one is exactly the same as this one, but this one was the only one that I was able to find in my local shop. So this one or the other one, I believe it's exactly the same thing. So let's change the view and test the controllers. Okay, we are back here to the computer. So let's check all of them. I will start with a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 4. The controller number 2. It has the left joystick, left drift. So let's connect it to the computer. I will be using this application, but this website game hardware tester, and here you can try it, the gamepad. As well, if you want, you can go to your control panel, and you will be able to see devices and printers, and over here the game controller and the properties, and you can see a little bit, here moving around, but it's not that visible, while in the page actually is much better. So you probably can see over there, is not even right in the center, you can see, and if I put it to the side, to the left side, it stays basically there in the left side. So you can see, I'll try to show. You can see if I move it slowly, it stays like really a lot. The other one, it's a bit as well, but not that bad. I guess the most problematic, because actually I tried all of these controllers with games, so I'm pretty sure that these have this drift. So yeah, you can see it quite a lot. The axis 0, minus 0.1. Yeah. So I'm just showing these values for later on. Maybe we we can see if there was any improvement or not. So this was the second one. Let me put here to the side. Let's try the fourth one. This one, it says left analog drift, bottom drift. So yeah, I'm putting here to the bottom, and I can see over there that it stays basically. Yeah, it stays quite a bit. Yeah, so that's the problem. The other one seems to be okay. Okay, so this one too. Then when we'll be cleaning, probably I will clean both of them just in case, and I'll put both to be cleaned. Okay, in this one it says left joystick drift, up down, move slow. Yeah, you can see it over there. Yeah, and then I put it up. If I release it, it goes slow. You can see. Yeah, it even gets stuck. You can see it over there, stuck on the top, though I'm not. Yeah. So this one as well, drift. Okay, and for this one it says left joystick drift, bottom right. Okay, so you can see it right away. It stays in the bottom. Yeah, it just simply stays. So the other one, it's actually quite okay, but this one, it's really bad. Okay, so all of them have these issues, so it's pretty clear that it's drifts. So let's change the camera and I will disassemble all of them. Okay, we are back, so let's start with the first one. So for this one, actually I will skip all of these disassemble because you can see it. It's not worth for sure to put it like this, because here you can see there is this protection. I have here actually some other controller, and I can show you. You can see you have the protection over here, so it will not, might fall a little bit under it, you know, but it will be not much. So it's much better to disassemble, take the caps off, and then we can spray it in each side. So I will skip all this part of disassemble. You can see my other videos where I disassemble this one and the PS4 one. So I will put the links in the description. So let's disassemble and start to spray. Okay, so the first one, let me just take off the front cover, and let's take here the both. So the issue that we had was with the left joystick drift up and down. So up and down is this potentiometer here on the right. We have here one on the right and another on the bottom. Just by good measure, I'll put in everywhere, basically on the right one, on the bottom one, and I'll move it around, I guess. So yeah. So let's use it. You can see you need to be sure that it will be this contact cleaner, not the normal WD-40. So let's spray it. Let's see. Okay, basically I tried to put it mostly here to this side. As you can see, here you have a little, let's see if it will focus, but here you have some little holes over here and over there, and the other side the same. So I tried to put it there. And now let's move this, you know. Maybe it will be worth to put several times actually, and then we will need to let it dry. So I probably will just put a few times and let it dry, maybe until tomorrow. Maybe a couple of hours will be enough, but just to be sure, I might leave it for tomorrow. and hopefully it will help. So I will put as well in the right side, even though it doesn't have any issues, but yeah, I'm just trying to put the most to go inside. So I will move it around. This will help for the liquid inside to reach probably all the places and clean it maybe. So let's see. So I guess this is the first try that I will be doing. I will put more. So, and this one as well. Actually, it's quite cooled to the touch, the liquid. So I guess that's it. I will just move it around a few more times, and I guess I will leave it like this. Hopefully it will help. In the worst case scenario, I'll put a bit more, but I guess it's okay. So let's leave this one to dry, and let's move to the second one. So this one as well in the left. So we'll disassemble it. Okay, and that's it. So let's take off the caps as well. Let's leave it here, and the issue was on the left one. So the left one, it's this one, right. So here as well, and it was saying left drift. So if we put it here to the right, so it means that previously it was actually to the left. So it's here, this one on the top. You can see it moving. Anyway, I'll put in both of them just to be sure, and this one as well I'll put. There's some. So let's spray it here in the gaps as well. It has the same gaps everywhere, being PS4 or Xbox, so let's do it. Okay, let's move around. We'll do the same for the other one. Okay, sure. We'll move it around. Basically the same thing as the previous one for the Xbox. Okay, and I guess that's it. I'll leave it, and let's move to the third one, Xbox, the most recent one. So let's disassemble it. Okay, let's take the cover as well. Let's take the cap, and this one was as well left joystick. So this one bottom right, but doesn't really matter what it will be the drift. I will apply everywhere the same. So let's do as well both of them, and this one as well. Okay, and let's move it around. Let's put one more here. It will not be because of lacking of the WD-40. So I want to be sure that I put enough. And so since this is for contact cleaner, I really doubt that it will make it worse. If it makes it worse, might be because it's dirty inside. But let's see what will be the results first. Okay, so this one as well, and now let's move to the fourth one for the PlayStation here as well, left drift. Even though this one has already here, you can see the rubber is already bad, so the rubber needs to be replaced as well if it will be fixed. So let's disassemble it as well. Okay, and we have here the fourth one. So the issue was with the left one. So this one over here. So let's take off the caps. This actually, it's very stuck, everything on this controller. And let's clean it, and I can see in general a lot of hairs. So sometimes some stuff can go inside and maybe mess it up. So let's spray it in both sides over here. Okay, in this one I did really put a lot, and let's move it around. Okay, so this is it, and let's put it to the side. So I guess, okay, so now I will let this dry. Probably, like I said, I will leave it for tomorrow just to be sure that everything will dry properly. And then I will probably just put the covers and we can test it again in the computer and see if there was any improvements, if it fixed something at all, or if it made it worse. But hopefully not, but let's see. So we are back here to the table, to the computer. I did put the controllers back together. I just didn't put the screws in, just in case they are still not fixed. So we can test those. Actually, I let a week pass. I didn't have time to film this earlier. So a week passed since we sprayed the joysticks with the WD-40. So hopefully now, for sure now everything is dry. So let's double check. So I'll just put here the connected, still connecting to this webpage, this hardwaretester.com gamepad. And now here, the issue with the first one was the up and down moves slow. So on the left, so here the left. Okay, so we can see definitely improvements, but I can see that is still here, over here, some drift, some drift to the bottom right. But besides that, let's see if I can do like that, just for you to see everything. So you can see it's not really centered, but it improved actually. So there is not this moving up and down slowly, so, and doesn't get even stuck on the up and down. So now it's just some drift here to the right. So let's see, maybe it's better like this way, it's a bit easier for me to show. So you can see it's not like totally to the centered. It's like axis 0, it's like 0.12, like offset, sometimes a bit less, 0.09, but at least there is some improvement. I think like this it will drift. I will need to test it. with some game just to be sure, but almost for sure it will drift a little bit to the bottom. But yeah, I can always try to apply more WD-40 and see what will be the result. But for now, we did apply quite a lot. So let's test all the other controllers and then see what we can do more. So this is the first one. The second one is this PS4, the left joystick drift. So let's see on this one. Okay, so left and drift to the left. Okay, still we see here some drift to the left. I can see it over here is not centered. Hopefully you guys can see as well. I'm not sure if it's like this, is definitely not visible, but yeah, it's still drifting to the left. Sometimes, well, if I do it quickly it's okay, but if I do it slowly, sometimes it stays. So I see that seems it helped a little bit. On the right one, everything is fine. With the right one, there is no problem, but with the left, I still see some drift to the left. Okay, this didn't fix totally the issue as well. The third one is this. Let's do the fourth one because the cable is the same as the other controllers. And here this is left analog drift, bottom drift. Okay, so this actually there is no bottom drift. Well, this seems actually to be fixed actually. Very good, very good. Okay, I don't see any drift if I move. Okay, if I move a little bit, I can see here to the top left, but the issue was with bottom drift. There is maybe a little bit, but much less than what it was. Okay. Okay, so it might help a little bit. I will need to check if this is, it might seems that might be drifting while playing. You can see over there now. Over here it's a bit like top left, to the left a bit more, but the down part actually it's quite good. If I move it slowly, maybe a little bit, but that doesn't seem almost anything. I don't know if while playing it if it will affect. Actually, I replaced even the joysticks here, the caps, because they were bad, so I replaced those in case it would be fixed. But seems that might not be. I will still need to test with some gaming and then see. Okay, and this was the fourth one, and let's now try the third one with the USB Type-C, because it's different for the Xbox, the more recent controllers. So let's do it and see if it will. Okay, and this was bottom right drift on the left joystick. Bottom right. Okay, here I don't see actually much move. Okay, so here seems actually didn't help. As you can see, it's like really to the bottom and it gets stuck there. So, and on top now it's totally stuck. Yeah, so this is too much that it's not even not helping anything. So this one for sure is not good. And here it was bottom right drift. So bottom right, it was like this. But now seems maybe a bit worse actually than it was bottom and right. Yeah, now seems actually worse. Gets more kind of seems more stuck and not some movement. Okay, so these I have some theories why this sometimes WD-40 can help, and I'll tell you. So for this one, this actually made it a little bit worse. Maybe I will try to apply more and see what happens. So for now, this is like the preliminary tests that I did. I will check them with some games just to see if everything is okay or not, or if there is any improvements or even worse. But from what I see here with the game tester, then it seems that it's a bit better most of the controllers. Even this fourth one seems that might be fixed. So this is the first step, cleaning with WD-40. This doesn't help. We need to go to the next step. I will not spray it more because I believe that it will not help more. I already put quite a lot. You saw in the previous video how much time I did spray, so it was fully of WD-40 inside. So that's why I even waited longer for it to dry. So for now, this is it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps someone. Like I said, my recommendation now, it's always to use this kind of product to clean the drift in case you don't want to open right away. Of course, you can open right away, and the quickest and the easiest solution, not the easiest, but more effective solution is to replace here all the joystick, unsolder it and replace it fully. But you know that if you don't know what you are doing, you might mess up. I already messed up actually some Xbox controller doing that. So without making things worse, WD-40, I suggest always to use it if you start to have some drift. Probably WD-40 is the best option when you just have a little drift and it's just starting to drift. So you just spray it and it will help. If it's like very drifts a lot, then it might help a little bit, but probably it will not fix all the issue. At least all the controllers that I had until now, it never fixed all the issue when the drift was already very heavy. If it was just a little bit, it would help for sure, and it would even remove the drift. Like in this case here on the fourth one, I think it's almost fixed. I will just need to test it in some game just to double check if everything is good or not. So anyway, hopefully this helps someone. Please like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.